Beast Outdoors, Whitetail Season 2, Episode 3. This afternoon we're hunting on the power line. This is the same spot that I killed my 9-pointer last year. We haven't really been getting any bugs on trail camera here, but we have a lot of does, so I'm hoping to potentially get on a doe this afternoon. I'd really like to practice on a deer before heading to Kansas, and I think this is our best shot at getting a doe. As you can probably tell, I'm pouring the sweat. This heat is just absolutely ridiculous, and it's October 1st, but you never know. Maybe these deer will be up on their feet this afternoon, and hopefully we'll have some good luck, so fingers crossed, and thumbs up. Now 6:50 and the sun has finally set over the trees, so it's starting to cool down just a little bit, and I'm hoping the deer will be up on their feet soon. We got about an hour left of shooting light, so fingers crossed. Was to get in here and hopefully get a doe. Had a really big doe come in with a pretty good amount of light left, and they came in and another deer came into the food plot area, and for some reason they ran off. It was just another fawn, and so they ran off in behind me, and that other fawn came up and started feeding, and then another couple does came out down in the far end of the food plot, and they're out there right now just kind of feeding around, but it doesn't look like we're gonna get a shot. It's starting to get pretty dark, so we'll just hold off tonight and hope for the next time.
Well, it is October 8th, and I am headed over to our Walton County track this afternoon. Gonna give my Oconee track a little break. The bucks just aren't showing up in daylight, and there was a persimmon tree over here that was loaded during the summer, and I'm hoping it's dropping. We haven't really focused too much over here because we weren't getting very many pictures of many deer over the summer, but I'm just gonna come over here and kind of sit on the ground where this persimmon tree is and hopefully have some good luck and just see what comes out. My dad's also going to come over here and he's going to hunt on the what we call the back porch stand. We hunted there a couple times last year if you saw those episodes, but we're just basically coming over here to see how the deer movement is and hopefully have the opportunity to sling an arrow. So fingers crossed we'll have some good luck, and we'll see you in a little bit.
So I just got set up here in these cedars. Like I said, I'm hunting a persimmon tree that's about 30 yards out from this little ground blind spot. So I'm hoping these deer filter out of this old cutover and come up here and feed on these persimmons. We haven't been able to plant this food plot this year because it's been so hot and dry. If a doe comes out early enough, we may go ahead and take a shot, but we'll see what the afternoon brings. just saw a few does back behind me in this pasture on the tree line. There's some water oaks up there, I'm sure, that are dropping, and it looks like they're feeding on them. So hopefully these deer are up and moving early this afternoon, and they'll come on into this persimmon tree from this old cutover. Well, I had those does that I saw across the field come in behind me, and I was just sitting here and I heard something sneeze, and I thought it was a cow, so I turned around and I could see a deer's ears just over this hill across this fence, and they were walking this fence line. And I guess one doe got past me and the wind's blowing that direction, and they blew and ran off the other way. So I don't know if we'll see anything else today or not, but that's just the way it goes sometimes. I run out of light this afternoon. I've been hunting this property for about 7 years now, and I've never once had a deer walk the path that those does were taking. Usually they cross this electrical fence down this way, and then they cut through this field that I'm hunting, and they would have had the perfect wind, but for some reason they went the fence line this afternoon, which I've never seen them do, and spooked, and I haven't seen anything since. So that's the way it goes, and another sit down without any luck, but sooner or later the cards have to fall in our favor, so we'll just keep at it. Thanks for watching. Welcome to another afternoon with the Released Outdoors. It is October 16th. This is actually the coolest afternoon I've hunted this season. It's about 72 degrees. We got a perfect west wind for this stand. It's been about a week since I've been in the woods and about 2 weeks since I've hunted this area, and since then we've had the big 10-pointer I call Geri show up one morning about 7-8 o'clock in daylight, and then we also had a buck that I call Splitz, which is a big 11-pointer, show up, and I haven't had a picture of him since June, but I only got a picture of him one afternoon, but he is a stud. So we got 3 bucks that we're looking at this year on this track. Walking in a really big rub tree with a pawing right next to it, so I'm pretty excited about that. A lot of sign in the area, so fingers crossed one of these bucks come in this afternoon. Like I said, it's the coolest afternoon. We got a nice overcast afternoon, and the only bummer part is that this spot sits right next to a pretty heavy used road, and they're actually doing some road work a couple hundred yards from this spot, so I'm not sure if that's going to hurt us or not, but we'll hang tight and see what happens, and hopefully we'll have some good luck. It's about 4:45, and I've already seen the doe and the button head. They're right behind me. They must have been bedded down right there when I walked in. But it's early, so I'm hoping if they're up, maybe these bucks will be up this afternoon too and come on in here. It's a good sign. That was cool. We had the doe and buttonhead that we've been seeing come in. They came to about 7 yards from the base of the tree, and that buttonhead is something else. It's the biggest buttonhead I've ever seen. I think I'll call him Pope and Button. So it's now about 5:30, and there's a little chill in the air, so I'm pretty excited. Maybe these bucks will be up.
just got back to the truck and overall had a pretty awesome evening. I was pretty optimistic about this afternoon. It's definitely the coldest afternoon we've had here in Georgia. I think a cold front is blowing in. Temperatures dropped pretty good and we had the perfect wind. That doe and buttonhead came in, 4:45, 5 o'clock is super early. And they kind of walked off back behind me, and it was probably around 6:30ish. They came back in, came in front and started feeding, and a little raccoon also came in kind of early. But the bucks, they are just super nocturnal. I don't know what it is. They're not pressured in here. This is a small track. There's really not a whole lot of other options for me to do in here. But we'll just keep at it, and hopefully one day they'll show up in shooting hours. But until then, we'll just keep on going. So thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.